Hello, my dear students. Very good morning. Very happy to see you again. There was some gap indeed that you could not watch English videos. I am very happy that today I am going to teach you the first lesson, the gentleman of the jungle. I hope that all of you have watched the previous session. If you have understood the previous session, you can understand this lesson and the next poem. If you have not understood the previous video, you never can understand any lesson or poem, because that method is very important to understand the lesson and poem in this method. My dear students, watch the previous session compulsorily. After watching, after learning, after understanding that method, then you are ready to understand any lesson or poem in this first PUC and second PUC. Very good. I am going to teach you today the gentleman of the jungle. Okay, no textbook, nothing. I will say the summary. You will come to know whole summary. After this teaching is over, again I will teach this one in the second part, how to tackle one more questions, what grammar contents will take place from this lesson. Everything will be explained by me in the next session. Now, completely, my goal is to make you understand the story. After this session is over, please read the textbook. If any word or line or anything is not understood, you contact me, message me or call me. That is very essential. Okay. In the next section, you will come to know what real English is in PUC level, whether it is a first year or whether it is a second year PUC. You will come to know the real English in this from this session onwards. Today, let us understand or discuss the gentleman of the jungle. First of all, without giving the meaning to the title, I never open or start teaching any lesson or poem. This is my law. Okay, first of all, let us understand the title, The Gentleman of the Jungle. Title. Once more. First chapter, first PUC, The Gentleman of the Jungle. This story is written by Jomo, not Yomo. Jomo Kenyatta. Jomo Kenyatta. Now, first of all, see, gentleman. Gentleman singular. Gentleman plural. Now, the is called article gentleman. It is called noun plural of preposition the. This is called definite article jungle. So, this story is about the gentlemen. Who are these gentlemen in this story? This is the clue. This story is called what? Fable. Fable means it is called allegory. Allegory means what? These animals will behave like human. These animals will behave like human beings. They will talk, they will act, and they will do all kind of works like humans. If the animals are behaving or acting like humans, that story is called fable. Fable means what? Allegory. This is not an animal story, it is a story fable. That means what? Gentlemen means who are called gentlemen in this story. This keyword holds all kind of control over this story. That is why this story is about the gentlemen, means animals. This story is about animals who are called gentlemen. In this story, animals are powerful and this man, only one man, is the weaker one. Strongest one are animals. Weakest one is the only one man. See, they have not given the title. Our great masters have not given The story of the man, or a story of any human being. No. Gentleman of the Jungle. This is written by Jomo Kenyatta. It is not my policy to give the introduction to the any kind of writer. That is unnecessary in PUC level. In English, unnecessary to give the big introduction to the greatest writers. It is not required at all. It is not SSA, it is not a degree. It is PU level English. Next, fable means animals. So, animals who are living in the jungle, it is the story. Next, this is written by Jomo Kenyatta. Title, introduction is The Gentleman of the Jungle is a fable written by Jomo Kenyatta, belongs to Kenya country. This is enough. The Gentleman of the Jungle is a fable story written by the author or writer Jomo Kenyatta. Introduction, this is enough. Then, what are the characters? First one, the man who had a hut at the edge of the forest is compared to African countries. The elephant occupied that hut built by this man. This elephant and other animals are compared to European countries. African countries versus European countries. Next, the lion, king of jungle, ordered the animal to appoint one commission of inquiry. These are called roles. These are called characters. Next, who are the members on the commission of inquiry means Mr. Rhinoceros, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator, the Right Honorable Mr. Fox as a chairman, Leopard secretary to the this commission of inquiry. These are characters. Next, jungle. What are the places found in this story means jungle, hut or huts. Big new house or hut. Okay, next. African countries are compared to the man. The man and African countries are being cheated. Others are cheating African countries and the man. This is the base story. This base story is converted into this animals story. European countries are called animals. These fellows, animals in this story, in the real story, in the present current world, European countries are cheating the African countries. How these animals are cheating the man? How these European countries are cheating these African countries? Similarly, the animals are cheating this man. Now tell me, next one. I will tell you 4 base questions. Why? That is the heart of teaching. First 2 questions belong to first half story. Next 2 questions belong to second half story. Now, what are 4 or 6 mark questions? 4 questions. I have told in I have said in the previous session that any lesson should be divided into 4 questions. 4 mark or 6 mark questions. What was the dispute arise between the man and the elephant? For what sake the elephant and the man fought? Why do you think the animals decide not to have anyone from the man's side on the commission of inquiry? This is called the second question. First half 2 questions. Second half. What fate awaited a man each time he built a new house? Here, he built a new house means this is the third question, second half, first question. What made the man to burn the hut along with all the gentlemen of the jungle? This is second question under the second half. How many questions are here? 4 questions. Keywords. A hut was built by the man. It was occupied by the elephant by cheating the man. Commission of inquiry has been appointed. Gentlemen of the jungle are members on that committee. They were cheating. They were occupying the huts built by the man. Finally, the man took revenge. This is called stages of learning. I hope that you have understood this method. If you have not understood until now, again go back and play this video, understand this one properly, then only you can understand the whole story. Now, until now, please listen. It is called a fable. These animals are behaving like humans. It is why this story is called this fable, F-A-B-L-E, fable, alligator. You know Canada, who belongs to Kenya country, African country, and how these fellows are cheating. Now, I will go to the first page, first information. Some years ago, European countries were going to African country, East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Zambia, so many East African countries. They are now to very poor countries. They cannot run the government. People don't have proper food twice in a day. So, European countries went to this poor, this remote countries. What the European countries were telling these African countries, they would acquire some land. They will cultivate. But anything is found under the land, that thing or what these materials belong to European countries. What these fellows were doing, European country authorities, they were capturing the lands of these African countries, African people. They were digging and they were taking out diamonds, not stones. Diamonds, platinum. These European countries were taking the minerals from the land of African countries, and European countries were telling these African countries that it was a waste stone indeed. Waste. They were transporting, sending these stones, precious diamond stones to European countries, and they were selling. These waste lands were digged up by these European countries, and they were collecting and taking out the diamonds, transporting them to European countries, their own country, from the African countries. The African countries could not handle, could not face, could not understand the cheating being done by these European countries. But they could not do anything. Why? These African countries have signed the agreement with the European countries that the law could not be understood by these African countries. It was very much complicated rules and agreement. They could not understand the words which are mentioned in the document which were signed by these African countries. It is why European countries could keep on cheating these African countries. Finally, these African countries could come out of that trouble. They can overcome this trouble. It is why finally they could become somewhat better after escaping from the clutch or fist of these European countries. Same story is related. This story is the real one. How these European countries were cheating African countries, it is a base story. This story has been converted into this story, The Gentleman of the Jungle. Now, have you understood? So, this is a story of the particular some animals who were in the jungle, how they were cheating the man. How man had become helpless. This is explained in this story. It is by my dear students, it is the art or style or method of our teaching. You must know the summary in advance. Once you start come to college, this is our method. First is second PUC, same method indeed. We will explain the story in the beginning. Later, we will read the lesson in front of you. Follow our reading. We will explain grammar, contents, 1 mark questions, everything. Once you start coming to college, I am going to say the summary of this lesson. It is the first session. Second session, I will give the advanced teaching indeed. How to tackle 1 mark. What are the grammar, contents, and the paragraphs, particular paragraphs, how to understand. Everything will be explained in my next session. In this session, I will say the summary of this first chapter, The Gentleman of the Jungle. You can score nearly 10 marks. You can score. I assure you that you can score 10 marks by understanding this lesson. Not only summary. Understanding the summary will help you to read the textbook very well. This is the theme of English in second one. First you say. It is why understand the summary first. These are the keywords. These keywords will create the whole story. Now I will switch over to second word. I will start explaining the summary with the help of 10 sentences and note down these all things in your notebook. Otherwise it is not possible to catch the teaching once you start coming to the college. It is why you learn these all things. We will keep on focusing on this word for 30 seconds. Note down these all points in your notebook in one page. Later you switch over to second page and you write the short summary. 9 lines are written on the board by my colleague Shivapasa. Okay, it is why you must write those lines in your notebook. Later I will say the summary. Okay. You must write these all words and sentences in your classwork now itself. Okay. Yes, my dear students, I have switched over to second word and I am being helped by my colleagues SRS sir and Shivappa sir. Okay, now, first of all, it is the same theme in second PUC too. In the notes, why is to remember, short summary will be given in the sentences. With the help of this one, you must come to know theme of the lesson or poem. Later, we will explain the summary. After the summary only, we will start teaching the poem or the lesson. First, you must know the summary of each chapter. First, I will read these 10 lines to you. Okay. Why is to remember shortest summary in 10 lines. Man and elephant became friends in a forest or jungle. One day there was a torrential rain. The elephant misused the friendship of the man by occupying his house or hut and flung him out in rain. The lion appointed a commission of inquiry. So first off. Second off, the commission had only animals and no representative of man. The commission gave judgment in favor of the elephant and gave him the hut. Whom? Elephant. Man built many huts and all were occupied by the jungle lords. Jungle lords means the gentlemen of the jungle or the animals. The man was angry and desperate. Man built a bigger and better hut which was occupied by the gentlemen of the jungle. The man set the hut on fire and burned all the animals alive. The man went home by saying, "But peace is costly, but it is worthy indeed." This is the outline summary of this one. Yes, see, 10 points are here. Please careful and understand. Now, I will start explaining the summary of the first chapter, The Gentleman of the Jungle, written by Yumo Kenyatta. This story is over. Now summary. First, before learning the summary, we must understand the first question. What was the dispute arise between the man and the elephant? This is the question. 25% of the story belongs to first question. Second 25% of the story belongs to second question. Third 25% belongs to third question. Final story 25% belongs to fourth question. 25, 25, 25, 25. This is the art of learning English, but this is the base level. Only low level. To next session I will show the advanced level. Please, careful. Next. What happened? First question. Once in a jungle, a man had built a hut at the edge of the forest. He made friendship with an elephant. Both of them were friends. One day at night there was heavy rain, thunderstorm. So the elephant went to the friend and the elephant requested the man, "Oh man, it is raining heavily and hailstorm." Hailstorm means it is some stones were falling through the rainwater. Hailstorm. So the elephant requested the man to allow him to put its only trunk. Trunk means ane sondilu. Okay. Only trunk. It's a trunk. T-R-U-N-K. Trunk. Tusk means hallu. Trunk means sondilu. So the man told the elephant, "Oh elephant, my room means what? Hut, had the place only for me." For me means the man, and for the trunk of the elephant, not even the head also. Have you understood? This is the key point. The man told the elephant that his hut had place only for himself and for the trunk of the elephant. The elephant agreed. It first put its trunk inside the hut of the man slowly. The man was inside the hut. The elephant was outside the hut. It was under the rain. The elephant did the work was that it put its trunk inside the hut. Slowly it put its head inside the hut. Finally, third act, it flung the man outside the hut. Means it took the man and had thrown the man out of the hut. It entered the hut and slept very well. The man was outside the hut and the elephant is inside the hut. The elephant was telling the man that man's skin was harder. He could face the rain and hailstorm. It is why the elephant cheated the man in the first quarter. What? It occupied the hut of the man who trusted the elephant so much. It is why this hut was built by the man, occupied by the elephant, and it was cheated. It is the first answer to this one. What is the dispute? The dispute is about the occupation of the ownership of the hut. Previously, the man was inside. He tried to help the elephant. The elephant took that help, misused this help. It took the occupation of the hut by cheating the man, took the man and pushed him out of the hut. It is a style of cheating done by the elephant to the man. This is the first quarter. Yes. Next. There are so many dialogues that cannot take place because we wanted to give the second session advanced teaching. We will teach the lesson by keeping the textbook open once you come to the college. Next. Why do you think the animals decide not to have anyone from the man's side on the commission of inquiry? Second question. But story continues. Question may change, this story continues. Then the man was shouting. Man was shouting and he was very angry indeed and he was very much fumbling, furious indeed. He was shouting, The elephant was sleeping very well happily inside the hut. The man was under the rain and he was shouting. Then what happened? Hamara great king of jungle, the lion. The lion came to that spot. Some animals were also surrounding this man. The elephant was inside the hut. The lion came. It was roaring. I am the jungle, I am the king of this jungle. Who is disturbing the peace in my kingdom? Then the man said, Oh lion, this elephant has occupied my hut illegally by cheating. Then the elephant said, said somewhat. Then the lion told the man that, don't worry. It ordered its ministers. Who are called ministers? The animals. The lion ordered some ministers to appoint one commission of inquiry. The lion announced that it wanted peace and tranquility, peace and calmness in its kingdom. What is the kingdom? Jungle or forest. Then the lion was telling the man, oh man, don't be scared. And I will appoint one commission of inquiry. They are very famous for giving the judgment. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Justice will be done. Justice will be provided to you, and be happy. The man was very happy, and he expected that his hut would be returned to him without any problem. And this gentleman, these animals discussed, and they formed one committee, one board or one group. Who are there? Animals are called judges. Judges, like court judges only, these animals are there. Who are called members in the commission of inquiry? One is Mr. Rhinoceros. Why Mr. means they are called humans in this story. It is why the title is fable itself. Now, Mr. Rhinoceros, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator. What is the meaning of alligator? Means crocodiles are in a smaller size. Alligators are in a bigger size. Alligators means bigger size crocodiles. Next, the right honorable Mr. Fox to act Fox as a chairman to that committee. Next, leopard, not leopard. Leopard, secretary to the commission of inquiry. After consulting hyena, another senior animal, these 5 members were selected. 1 point. Who selected these members means there is no clue, it is not a question. It was discussed and it was announced that these animals were the members in that commission of inquiry. This is the key point. Sure? Yes, have you understood? Now. That's it. Until here, it is the base information to the second question. Now, please understand. Who are the members on that commission of inquiry? Means only 5 animals. Is there any human being? No. Okay, now then, what is the reason for not selecting any human, any man or anyone from the man's side? Only animals side members were selected. Why no one was selected from the man's side? It was the question asked by the man. To whom? To the animals. Then what is answer? To write that answer, this all story means this second quarter should be written. Why? This was animal, this lion ordered them in this order, answer should be said or written. Now, the question, the man asked the animals why there was no one from the man's side. Then animals are answering, no particular animal is answering, animals. That's all. The Lord of the jungle lords of the jungle are saying that, oh man, these 5 members are very famous. They are sent by God only. They can give the impartial judgment. Why there was no man from from the man's side. There was no human being, man. From the man's side means humans or man cannot understand the intricacy of the jungle law. This is the key one. One more question are it? Intricacy of jungle law. What is the intricacy of the jungle law? Means complications of the jungle law. They cannot understand the laws of the jungle. Who cannot understand? Humans cannot understand the law of the jungle. These animals have stronger teeth, stronger claws. They can protect the humans. It is why humans cannot equal the animals in the physical strength or mental strength. It is why the animals are members on that commission of inquiry. There is no person from the humans. The man was so scared indeed. If he objected, if he went against them, means he would be killed. Because of the afraid of the animal's physical strength and cruelty, he agreed. Okay, if there was no human being on that commission of inquiry, but he was very hopeful, confident that his hut would be returned to him, which was occupied by the elephant illegally or by cheating manner. It is why the man was respected, and moreover, the animals have assured him that proper judgment would be announced or given. That is the answer to question number 2. It is called first half. Second half. What fate awaited a man each time he built a new house? It is a third question. Now, second half story starts. Yes, I hope that all of you are understanding. I am very happy indeed that you are understanding this story without any problem indeed. Now, what fate awaited a man each time he built a new house? Okay, it is called third question. Then the man agreed. The commission of inquiry sat to take the evidence. The elephant was called to give the witness. The elephant's wife gave him one sampling, bigger one. The elephant was entering like the lion, so the lord of the jungle. It was very proud indeed. It entered the court. Court means here, it attended, it came to give the witness. Who in front of who? This lords of the jungles, gentlemen of the jungle. Who? These 5 animals were judges. Elephant was called to give the witness. Okay, the elephant entered and it was speaking. The elephant is telling the commission of inquiry this one. Oh lords, oh reputed persons, you know the whole story. Again, it is not required for me to say this story. Your time is very precious. I don't like to disturb you. You know whole story. You are very wise indeed in giving the correct, perfect judgment. What is my point? The elephant is saying. What is the reason given by the elephant to say that hut belonged to him, not it, him? Here animals are called humans. All are called he and him and his. So, it was raining heavily. The man invited me, oh elephant, come inside my hut, because there was a heavy thunderstorm. Heavy wind was blowing. If the elephant did not occupy the empty space, this is important. Unoccupied space, this hut would be blown away by the hurricane, Chandamarata, heavy wind. Man's hut would be blown away by the hurricane if the elephant did not enter the hut. This is one point. The man himself requested the elephant to save the hut from the hurricane. It is why the elephant entered the hut. There was no space for the man. It is why the man went out of the hut. The elephant entered the hut. Moreover, it informed this members of this commission of inquiry that
When the elephant entered into the hut, there was no person to save the hut. Man was outside. Is it correct or not? Once this elephant had put its trunk, later its head, later pulled the man and pushed him out of the hut. It is correct. This act itself has saved the elephant from occupying, from being this hut given to the man. The elephant again saying that before I could enter the hut, there was no one at all inside the hut. It is why the man went out of the hut, I entered the hut and I had saved. It is why it belonged to me only. What is the injustice in this act of mine? It is said by this one. Yes, have you understood? What kind of this inquiry conducted by this Commission of Inquiry is? These are things. Okay. The elephant had given its witness. Later, the man was called. The man was asked, okay, tell your story. The man was about to say, again these members stopped him. Shut. We have come to know all kind of information. We have gathered so much information about the dispute about the occupation of the hut, which belonged to the man. The Commission of Inquiry asked the man only one question. What is that question? Was there anybody inside the hut before the elephant could enter the hut? Once more. Was there any person inside the hut of the man before the elephant could enter the hut? You tell me. The man was outside. The elephant later went inside or entered inside the hut. Yes or no? The man said, no, yes, there was nobody inside the hut before the elephant could enter the hut. Yes, there was no one, but stop. You don't say anything. The Commission of Inquiry members stopped the man from saying anything later onwards. This Commission of Inquiry was telling this man, oh man, you don't know the difficult laws of the jungle. There was a slight misunderstanding between your friend elephant and yourself. Actually, there was nobody inside the hut when the elephant entered the hut. It is why this hut must belong to the elephant. Oh man, you are stronger and you can build another hut. We will protect you. We will save you from all kind of problems. It is why, my dear friend, you build another hut. That first hut built by the man must belong to the elephant. We declare this judgment. So whose favor was the judgment given? It was given in favor of the elephant itself. It is why the man was so much disappointed, upset with the judgment. But he was unable to say anything. If he says anything against the judgment, these animals would kill him surely. It is why, afraid of their strong teeth and claws and cruelty, he agreed. There was no other chance than building another hut. It is why he obeyed their orders and he decided to build another hut. It is why he was again he went to another place and he started to build another new hut. It is called what kind of judgment awaited to him whenever he built a new house. See. Why this one? What fate awaited a man each time he built a new house? Now I will come back to this main theme. Now, okay, now starts. Main answer, but these all stories are required to answer this one. The man was cheated. The judgment was given in favor of the elephant. It is why he was permitted to build a new hut. It is why he built a new hut some distance from that previous hut itself. When he built a new hut or house, rhinoceros came to that hut. It ordered the man to go out of the hut. It threatened him, it scared him. The man was so scared because of its harm. H-O-R-M, harm. H-O-R-M, harm. The man went out of the hut. The rhinoceros occupied the second hut built by the man. First hut was occupied by the elephant. Second hut was occupied by the rhinoceros. And again, royal commission was appointed. It conducted the process of giving judgment. Again, witness was called, rhinoceros was called, the man was not called. Again, same question. The commission of inquiry asked the man, before the rhinoceros could enter his second new hut, was there anybody inside the hut? Nobody. Why? The man was threatened and he was made to go out of the hut. It is why again this second hut was given to the rhinoceros. The man was asked or ordered to build a new hut. He again he built a new hut. That hut was occupied by the lion, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator and fox. Every gentleman of the jungle were provided or they occupied the huts built by the man. Whenever he built a new hut, it would be occupied by the gentlemen of the jungle. The word is gentlemen, but they are called cheat, cunning fellows. It is the cheating done by the gentleman of the jungle to the man. So, whenever he built a new hut, it would be occupied by one of the gentlemen of the jungle or animals. It is why finally his hut, whenever he built a new hut, it would be occupied and encroached by these animals. It is why he was so upset. It is the answer to this one. What fate awaited? What fate means result. Awaited the man each time he built a new house or hut. It is the answer number 3. Finally, what made the man to burn the hut along with all the gentlemen of the jungle? How did he take the revenge on these animals? This is the last quarter of the story. I hope that all of you understand until here. Now, finally, the man was so much upset. He was very angry. He could not fight these animals. They are stronger. He is the weakest. It is why he decided to teach these animals or gentlemen of the jungle one lesson. He says very well that whatever the creature moves on this earth, it can be controlled with the wit or knowledge or intelligence. It is why whatever threads means moves on this earth can be controlled by the humans. It is why he decided to make a plan. He wanted to end this farce or problem. It is why one day in the early morning, see, this story starts at night, ends with daytime. This story starts with rain, completes or ends with fire. Fire and water and day and night both are opposing. See, starting with peaceful friendship, ending with the fearful death. See, starts with peace, ends with fearful death. It is called English. Yes. We must know this kind of depth information in each and every chapter. It is why I gave you promise on the first day that we will take you to the unknown world of English. We will prove again and again. My colleagues also very powerful indeed. They too would teach in a different manner indeed. It is why once more this story starts with the night time, ends with the daytime. Story starts with rain, ends with fire. Story starts with friendship between man and the elephant, but ends with the death of so many. It is called English. Yes. Now, how did this story end? How did the man take revenge on the animals, or what made the man to burn the hut along with all the gentlemen of the jungle? Okay, one day early morning he built a bigger and better house. The huts occupied by the animals, built by the man. All the animals were provided the shelter that started to spoil, decay. That is called decay. That started to decaying. So in the bad shape, bad place. It is why animals were searching for the better hut or house. One day, just some distance from the main hut, he built a bigger and better house, not hut, house. When he started to build, after the completion of building this hut, what happened? The elephant again wanted to occupy that hut. When the elephant tried to enter, already one minute. Rhinoceros wanted to enter the hut in the beginning. But what happened? The elephant already had entered the hut and it was sleeping very well. Rhinoceros wanted to occupy that hut, but already elephant was there inside the hut. See, first hut was occupied by the elephant, and similarly last hut was occupied by the elephant itself. See how our great English masters are connecting the story indeed. These are the secrets and images and powerful keys indeed in English indeed. Next one. The elephant was already sleeping indeed. Later, anyhow, it is a bigger hut only, house only. Rhinoceros entered. It occupied some corner place. Fox entered. The lion also entered that hut. Elephant, all gentlemen of the jungle, means all animals entered that hut and they were fighting. Even alligator was there, fox, hyena, whatever the animals are there in that jungle, they entered that hut. They started to fight among themselves for the better place indeed. One may want a corner place, one may want a top place, one may want a center, this middle of the hut. It is where they were fighting. Until then, the man was inside the hut. Later, he came out of the hut. He set the hut on fire. This is the only one sentence. He set the hut on the fire. This is, he put the hut on fire. You can take any sentence according to the textbook. He set the house or hut on fire, not in fire, on the fire, and it started to burn and it came to the ground indeed. All the gentlemen of the jungle, lords of the jungle were burnt alive. They were inside, the man was outside. Again here in the beginning, elephant was inside, man was outside. Now the elephant is inside the hut, the man is outside the hut. The elephant was very happy, the elephant is very in great pain indeed. It is why this is what happened finally. This one what happened? All animals were burned alive. The man went to the house, went home by saying that peace is costly but it's worth. Peace may be costly but it is worthy indeed. And he went home and he lived happily forever indeed. It is why how a helpless man could take revenge on the animals. How the so-called the gentlemen of the jungle, by giving wrong judgment, were burned alive indeed for cheating. This one hut started the story, ends with this hut indeed. It is why, my dear students, this is the summary of the first chapter, The Gentleman of the Jungle. Learn this summary very well. Today itself you read the notebook, this textbook. Please read the textbook. If any hard word, this tough word is there, underline that one. And first of all, please read the textbook today itself. Then this story will remain in your mind forever. I could not cover each and every sentence. Again in my next session, I will teach this one in the advanced level. What are the key things you should focus on? What are the things you should be understood by you? I will explain in the advanced level in my next session.
Play this video again and again. One more thing, there is no 2-mark question from the lesson. There is no 3-mark question. Only grammar questions. 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks. Everything is there. From the textbook, 1-mark question, 4-mark question, 6-mark question. There is no difference between 4-mark and 6-mark question and answer. 1-mark questions are very powerful. It is why I will explain 1-mark question and answer, 4 marks is question answer. Another so many 2 or new 3 new things would be explained by me in my next session. My dear students, before you could proceed to the next session, you must understand this whole story. You should have read the textbook indeed. Please, textbook is the base. We will give the notes indeed. It contains 4-mark, 4-mark, 6-mark question and answer. That is more than enough indeed. What is the so-called advanced level teaching? I will teach, I will show, I will express in my next session. Okay, thank you so much, my dear students. Thank you so much. I am so happy that I could teach first year, at least this year, to my lovely students. Take care. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Please read the textbook. See you in the next session. Okay, take care.